Welcome to the Investor Financing Podcast, where we interview real estate investors and lenders so you can learn all the secrets to getting your projects funded and scale your portfolio. Learn about fix and flip loans, BRRRR financing, rental, fix to rent, commercial, multifamily bridge loans, business loans, and so much more. And now, your host, Beau Eckstein.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Investor Financing Podcast. I am your host, Beau Eckstein, and today we're going to talk about the advantages of working with a commercial mortgage broker. So let's get started. Why would you want to work with a commercial mortgage broker as opposed to going to one bank? It's quite simple. What we do all day is we connect and build relationships with regional banks, local banks, community banks, credit unions, our agency debt platforms, HUD. So we know what's going on out there, completely, right? So that's what we do. We figure out what lenders are lending, what's their appetite, who's got the best terms right now. Because at any given moment, one credit union might be wanting to lend a lot of multifamily money out there, right? So they're going to be very aggressive. More so than Bank B over there. So what we do all day long is connect and build relationships with these banks and credit unions. And so when we intake a loan from a sponsor or borrower, we basically assess it on the spot of what are the most probable banks or credit unions that will fund this deal.
You're listening to the Investor Financing Podcast. We'll be right back after this break. Are you looking for funding? Are you getting frustrated trying to find a lender? Visit investorfinancingpodcast.com and click the Get Funding button. Complete the simple form and schedule a free phone consultation with one of our placement specialists. We have a proprietary directory of funding partners that can help you get the funding you need. It's fast and easy to explore the options available for your specific needs. Don't wait. Visit investorfinancingpodcast.com and get connected.
So we save you time, hassle, and headache. And typically, we get you a much better deal than you would if you were to go out and try to get a loan. So I always suggest people the best way to work with a commercial mortgage broker is to find somebody that you have a relationship with or build a relationship with. You like what they have to say. They have a good track record. They're giving you good, solid advice because our job is to really help you as a real estate investor grow your portfolio. We want you to grow. We want you to come back for more and more money because we get paid, when we successfully close your transaction. So it's okay to shop a deal, but you got to kind of limit it to one or two brokers, and then figure out of those brokers who do you feel more comfortable with based on their conversation that you're having with them. And so usually when I'm talking to a potential client, it's, what kind of property, what's the occupancy level, what's your strength as the borrower, what's going on, what's your scenario, what's the exit of the transaction. And then I go into the internal clock here. Actually, we have a big directory that we use, but most of the time I know off the top of my head who are the 2 or 3 banks or credit unions or lending institutions I'm going to try to bring the deal to. And then I put together a summary and bring it out to the market. Here are the general terms of what we're looking for. Is this something you have an appetite for right now? And what are your general terms going to look like? From there, I narrow it down based on feedback from these lenders, and then we go forward with the best offer. And then from there we get an LOI. From the LOI, we submit the rest of the documentation, and we get a commitment letter. And from there, we do all the due diligence. And that's basically the advantages of working with a commercial mortgage broker. So we're here to help. We're here to help you grow your portfolio. We're here to give you some advice on, best loans and why we think it's the best loan for this situation. Because oftentimes you might just think, well, what's your rate and fees, right? But that's might not be the biggest piece. The biggest piece might be, well, what's the exit? Are you exiting in 3 years? Then we don't want to put you in an agency loan and lock you into a prepayment penalty, because those are very costly. So we're trying to find you the best financing out there. That's the name of the game. We want to make the process easy, based on your sponsorships, financials, the property's financials. We're going to find you the best financing possible. And that's what we do day in and day out. Would love to talk to you in depth about any projects you have coming up or any refinance transactions that you have. But the power of a good commercial mortgage broker to grow your business is substantial. I've helped numerous clients go from, maybe owning 1 or 2 rental properties to owning a large portfolio, because we strategically finance these properties, help them get high leverage, low cost debt, and they were able to grow their business. So I hope this helps. And I look forward to see you on the next episode. Please share and subscribe to this podcast, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening to it on iTunes or Stitcher or one of the other platforms. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Thanks for listening to the Investor Financing Podcast. For show notes and useful resources, please visit investorfinancingpodcast.com. For questions or comments, email info@investorfinancingpodcast.com. If you enjoy our show, please share it with your network. Until next time.